And now it is time for Raven King. So generally speaking, as tank, when you start the fight, he will do 3 swipes into a punishment. As a melee tank, you want to back off just a little bit, not too much, because he will jump on top of you. And then he will jump on the furthest person who's hit him, and then he will do a flamethrower. So the key here is to rush at him, use a Q or E skill to flip around to the other side, and then keep moving to the right or the left. That way you face the flamethrower away from the majority of the party, and you yourself do not get hit. After his 3 swipe combos, 50% of the time he will be doing punishment, as his general combo is 3 swipe, punishment, mark, jump, flamethrower, 4 swipe, 3 swipe, punishment, 4 swipe, 3 swipe, mark, jump. If you get him down to 80% or below, he will skip his mechanics to go into his add phase. So here we have the add phase. 1, 2, and 3 are at 12, 4, 5, and 7 are at 4, 8, 9, 10, and 11 are at 8. At this point, you're just DPSing the adds, getting them down as quickly as you can, and as the tank, you have an added role. You have to get to the designated safe spot, which for a majority of the parties is 7 o'clock exactly. One thing to watch out for throughout this entire fight are the marks that get dropped. Sometimes they are a little bit annoying when people forget to count for them, but here you see that pizza has started. You have to move one entire pizza slice, because as you move, pizza will either move a little bit or not at all. Learning his rotation is very helpful at this point, because as you see, he does a 3 swipe, a 4 swipe, and then a special attack. Special attack flips between flamethrower and his spinning attack at random. The lines can be a little bit hard to see, which is why some people will start at 6 o'clock or 8 o'clock. Sorry, at 8 o'clock or 7 o'clock, respectively, just so that you can bounce off of the gold arrows and move between those instead of the thin lines, which can be a little bit hard to see if you're not used to looking for them. Key things to look out for during this fight: do not hit him while he's spinning, and also you might want to take a couple steps back. Be prepared to move in a little bit closer, as he will do a touch of death if you get too far. He generally does about 3 sets of full pizza, which is 3 sets of you moving from the safe zone back to the safe zone and then back to the safe zone again, before he finishes pizza on this phase. When he does open up for CCs on the 70% one, you do want to stun him. On the 30% phase, you want to open up with knockdowns and then go to stun, as if you start with a stun, he can get right back up and reopen for CCs. So for this part now, we have a couple people who died, so what I'm doing now is baiting the boss to come over to the other side of the room. Once he jumps, he will do flamethrower, and then right after he lands from that, he will open up for punishment. Typically speaking, you want to do this method only when you have a lot of people down, or generally if you have anyone dead, really, because you need the DPS, especially if you're doing it like this party, which is 10 out of 12. His normal rotation is the same, but he will do punishment a little bit more often now. Partially that's because the DPS we're doing at this point is not enough. And the other reason is because after the first set of pizza, he does change up his attack rotation a little bit, but it's not crazy enough to worry about. Just be prepared to do punishment after any 3 swipe, because there is a chance that he will go right into that. So for a little trivia, when it is time for soul separation at 70 or 80%, it will take the 3 furthest people against the walls. Well, the 3 furthest people who should be against the wall. At 30%, he will only take in the furthest person. What you usually want to do is you want to have this be your strongest and most mobile person in the raid, so that they can take down all 4 loose things by themselves and get out as soon as they can. That way you can have someone else get sent in just to kind of prop any loose things that do summon and help you outside with the DPS. You guys are free to watch the rest of this video just to see what his mechanics are and just to get used to the whole rotation that he has. But as I said earlier on, we did not actually clear this boss due to the party constraints we had. There's a rumor going round.
can do all day, but I would love to spend the night with you. There's a rumor going